Victorian women literally wore poison to look fashionable. Their most popular dresses were dyed with arsenic. That vibrant green color came from a deadly chemical that was slowly killing them. The worst part? They knew it. A 19-year-old factory worker named Matilda Schur died horribly in 1861, vomiting green bile with her fingernails stained green from the dye. The British Medical Journal even warned that a woman's dress contained enough poison to slay the whole of the admirers she may meet with in half a dozen ballrooms. Yet the trend continued for years because the color was so stunning. Women suffered from rashes, fainting spells, and chronic illness, all for the sake of a beautiful dress. Factory workers died making these gowns, their bodies literally turning green from arsenic exposure.
The Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland wasn't just a fictional character. He was based on real people who were going insane from making hats. In the 18th and 19th centuries, hat makers used mercury to turn rabbit fur into felt. Every day, they would inhale the toxic fumes, which went straight to their brains. They developed uncontrollable trembling, known as the Danbury shakes, became intensely paranoid and shy, and suffered from angry outbursts when observed. They would lose their teeth, their hair, and eventually their minds in a slow, agonizing mental decline. It was a death sentence disguised as a respectable trade, all for the sake of a gentleman's hat. The phrase "mad as a hatter" became a common expression for this tragic workplace reality.
High heels were originally invented for men. In fact, they were designed for soldiers going into battle. In the 15th century, Persian cavalry wore heels on their boots to help secure their feet in stirrups while riding horses and shooting arrows. The heel was purely practical military equipment for warfare. It wasn't until the 17th century that European aristocratic men started wearing them to appear taller and more intimidating in court. Women only began wearing heels later to adopt masculine fashion trends and appear more powerful in society. Catherine de' Medici, a short 16th century Italian noblewoman, famously commissioned the first modern high heel to compete with her husband's taller, more beautiful mistress at their wedding. So, the next time you see a pair of stilettos, remember they didn't start as a symbol of femininity, but as a tool for male warriors on horseback.
The reason men leave the bottom button of their suit jacket undone is because of one very fat king. It's a global fashion rule that started completely by accident. King Edward VII, who reigned in the early 1900s, was so large that he couldn't fasten the bottom button of his waistcoat and jacket without it popping open embarrassingly. To avoid making their monarch feel awkward and out of place, all the other men in the British court started leaving their bottom buttons undone as well, copying his forced style choice. The trend quickly spread across the entire world and became the unbreakable standard for how to wear a suit properly. For over a century, men have been religiously following this rule without knowing its hilarious origin story.